So there's been a lot of talk in these boxing streets about Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford trying to get the winner of Tim Tszyu and Fundora. And also recently I'm hearing there's a lot of people talking about PBC's plan basically to have Errol Spence eventually fight Canelo Alvarez. And in this video, I just wanted to kind of get in here, talk about it a little bit, give my thoughts on how I feel about that and, how I see that kind of thing playing out. And I just kind of wanted to get in here and talk about it a little bit. So y'all stay tuned. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe button if you like this type of videos, if you like this type of content. Really appreciate everybody for checking back into the channel. I want to welcome you guys back to Gym Boxing, the original Gym Boxing. And I got to say that because there's other channels out there now with similar names. So, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Big up to them. Much respect to everybody. But Errol Spence Jr. is possibly going to be fighting Sebastian Fundora after his win versus Tim Tszyu. Okay? And I'm hearing a lot of people saying that it's a possibility that Errol Spence now maybe, if he can win, let's say if he can win, I believe he'll beat Fundora, but that's just my thoughts. Okay, still has to be seen. Fight still might even have to be made because it's still up in the air whether or not that's even happening. But they're saying he could possibly still chase the Canelo fight. In my personal opinion, do I think it's a good idea? I understand what they're trying to do, as far as business goes. Canelo is, a big money guy. He's a big time prize fighter. Okay, Errol Spence Jr. Has made a name for himself, especially out there in Dallas. And I think they could make a big fight out in Texas with the Black American fans and all of the Mexican fans piling up. Especially if he beats Fundora, it could spark a whole lot of interest, you know what I'm saying, in that fight. So how do I see that thing playing out? I don't necessarily know if it'll be good for Errol Spence as far as, the outcome of that fight. I think you have to lean towards Canelo in that fight because, in my personal opinion, we've seen Canelo go all the way up as high as 175 and get wins. He's bounced around from 160 to 168 all the way up to 175. Errol Spence, although he started off at 154, I believe in the amateurs, he's fought his entire career at 147, and this will be his real first professional fight at 154, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I'm pretty sure he might have had one or two fights early in his career, but for the most part, we've seen him at 147. And in my personal opinion, there's a lot of similarities to him and Charlo the way they fight. Now, obviously, Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence is, different fighters. They have different fighting styles, but there's a lot of similarities in my personal opinion. And when we just saw that fight with him and Canelo, although I did think it was something fishy, okay, I'm one of those type of boxing fans that kind of like a conspiracy theorist when it comes to this boxing shit because I understand the implications financially. Okay, there's a lot of financial implications, so I have to be very, very mindful whenever I'm looking at these fights and I see certain fighters not giving it their all. Sometimes you see a little bit of people taking dives here and there, and you just can't trust it. Okay, so I am one of those tinfoil hatter kind of boxing fans where you can't trust the outcome that you're going to get. I thought when Jermell Charlo fought Canelo, he had this very, very sad look on his face in the dressing room as though he knew that he had to catch that L. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. That's how I feel about it. I think because we know that, the sport of boxing is a business, it's prize fighting. A lot of times these guys got to play their position. They got to play their role. And I think that's pretty much what happened when Jermell Charlo fought Canelo. Now, you guys can disagree. You can say what you want to say. Call me what you want to call me. Just don't call me broke, all right? But anyway, if Errol Spence was to get in there with Canelo, I think it'll be a similar situation, okay? I think they're moving these pieces around, the best moves for the business of boxing. I think Errol Spence will probably get the win versus Fundora. They'll, maybe give him like a tune-up fight or something. First round knockout kind of Ocampo kind of a situation. And then you'll see him get in there with Canelo, and I don't necessarily see Errol Spence beating Canelo. Now, is it possible? Styles make fights. We understand that. But we've seen a similar style, like I said before, against Canelo when he fought Jermell Charlo. and that didn't look too good. Same similar situation. We know the business of boxing. You know, they rocking with Canelo. They got to give Canelo what they got to give Canelo because of who he is. And that's my opinions on that. This is just a rumor. Okay, I'm hearing this in these boxing streets. I don't know that to be the case. I don't know that to be truthful. Okay, I haven't heard anything or read any articles on it, but I am hearing a lot of other YouTubers talking about it, and they're basically saying they got the inside scoop and they're hearing things and from sources and things of that nature. So I just wanted to give my thoughts if that is somewhat true. How do I see that thing playing out? And, you know, is there a possibility for Errol Spence to win that kind of a fight? Or, you know what I'm saying, you know, how that plays out basically. So I think Canelo, you know, is very, very strong fighter. You know, he has, you know, good power. You know, he got some good hooks, as you guys can see in the clips. And, you know, after, you know, all of the stuff that Errol Spence been through, whether it's the car accident, whether it's the shout out to Team Guild 1 for the subscription. But but we've seen Errol go through so much stuff. He's had so many different, how can I say, so many different adversities that he had to go through. He's coming off of a big knockout loss. You know, those type of things take a toll on you, man, when you flying high and your confidence is all the way to the roof. And now you coming off of such a big disappointment like that. I mean, that has to take a toll on guys, man. So it's not like Canelo never lost before either, but he's still Canelo. He still believes he's the cash cow, the face of boxing. He got his whole country on his back. So, you know what I'm saying? He's going to have that cheat code, so to speak. He's going to have that extra power behind him when he steps into the ring. And we know when it comes to Canelo as well that, you know what I'm saying, you could damn near knock Canelo out and he still get the majority decision. So in any case, anybody that's getting in the ring with Canelo, they got to be basically prepared, okay, to either get robbed or either just, you know, straight out lose, you know what I'm saying, on the cards or something to that effect. So who knows if that's true? Let me see something here. All right. So my son just bit somebody at school. All right, cool. My son just took a bite out of crying. But anyway, but yeah, that's my thoughts on that, man. You know what I'm saying? If Errol Spence was to get in there with Canelo, I think it'll be some trickery. I think there'll be some sort of trickery going on. And, you know what I'm saying, Errol Spence would have to know that he's getting in there for the money. You know what I'm saying? It has to be the financial aspect of this thing for him to be able to get in there with a Canelo based off of everything that's going on. Like I said before, this is just rumors. But there has been a lot of talk in the past about Errol Spence trying to get the Canelo fight. There's been a lot of talk about it. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if Al Heyman and the PBC are trying to put together, you know what I'm saying, that kind of a big fight, because I do think it'll do numbers. I do think a fight like that would do big pay-per-view numbers, and also it'll do good numbers in the arena as well. Okay, especially AT&T Arena or something like that. So that's just pretty much my thoughts on it. If I missed anything, you guys let me know down in the comment section. I just wanted to give my thoughts on that. This is Gym Boxing, but it's love, peace, blessings. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Please, let's hit that like button. Please hit the like button, all right? And we'll be out of here like last year, man. Appreciate everybody. Yes, sir.